because I want to. And another thing that's really cool is when we go on these ID camps and trips to play, is that they get to see a college campus. And
Right. They probably never, they don't even know. Yeah. They
a
didn't
lot
even
of
know
people
there's
would
one
be
there.
shocked of how many kids live in Sacramento and have never been to
Never been
Sac
to Sac
State.
State. Oh yeah.
Never even been to junior college. Like they didn't even ever like go to the campus ever, you know? And so these kids exist in a very, very different bubble
Right.
that they don't believe they're even good enough to go to that level. And teaching them like, you are good enough. Yes, you definitely could play there. I try to take them to watch a college game at least once a year, and once a year a pro game. So we've done like Sac Republic, Folsom Lake College. We did Stanford last year, which was really fun. I bust them out on this big charter bus. We did men's soccer game, then the women's soccer game at Stanford. Cool. And one kid was like, wow, like I'm not that much worse than a lot of these D1 players. And I'm like, you're not. I've competed against this level. Like I've played WPSL for 6 years, played U23 with all the D1 ballers. I mean, like, yeah, you have to work, you have to compete, you need to be good, but you're not terrible just because you're playing at a JUCO or NAIA or D3 or D2. Doesn't mean that you could not be at that level. Typically, it's because you didn't play on an ECNL team, you didn't play on a DA, you didn't play ODP, you didn't go to 15 tournaments a year because obviously your family couldn't afford it. And that's the truth. That is the actual truth. And I recruited when I coached in college for 2 years as an assistant, and I went to watch tournaments and I went to watch games, and I'm like, I've literally recruited players out of the Mexican League completely unaffiliated and off of futsal courts. I actually have, who are very, very good players. Right. So, you know, and I have college coaches call me. They're like, hey, we're looking for this type of player. And I'm like, okay, let me see what I have. And also I tell the kids, like, you need to be prepared before I send you on this tryout, or I'm not going to send you.
Right. Physically.
Because if you're not honestly ready, it's a waste of his time. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of your time. You need to be actually prepared. Academically, I need to see your transcripts. We got to see where you're at.
Yeah.
You can have enough units. Yeah, if you even have enough units to actually be eligible to be at whatever level, you know, JUCO, NAI, D3, D2, D1, they all have different levels. Yeah. And then, you know, psychologically, can you handle the pressure of doing double days or 3 days? If you won't turn in your 3-mile time to me, why should I send you to a college tryout? You know, I assigned them fitness and I'm like, okay, go run your 3 miles, send me your time. I need to see where you stand, because I know what the levels are at those top levels for fitness, right? I've ran fitness tests. I have coached people in fitness tests. And I'm like, if you're struggling on my assignment to you on a Monday, I highly doubt you'll be able to handle the conditioning of the collegiate level or the semi-professional or professional level. Yeah. You just aren't at that level. And if you're not willing to commit the time, you shouldn't even go to the tryout, period, point blank. And I've attended professional tryouts as a player and as a coach. So I understand that there are higher levels. And if you're just not cut out for it, that's okay. You play amateur. It's okay to play amateur. It's not a bad thing. But if you really, truly want to go to that next level, you have to dedicate the time. Yeah. And telling people that straight up, some people don't want to hear it. But it is the truth. It's just the way it works.